For me, a good acoustic guitar string really lets the instrument speak. I've been playing D'Addario strings pretty much since I first started to play. I don't have to worry about them dying after one show. I just like the way they sound.
Yeah.
And then to your, pretty modest pedal board. Let's see from starting at this Ernie Ball volume.
Yep. I'm obsessed with country music and pedal steel. So I've always liked doing swells. And one thing that's bothered me, I remember Jason Iswell one time saying you're kind of a wuss if you use volume pedals, but if I'm trying to use my freaking knob, I'm going to screw it all up. So I might as well just make it easier on myself, I guess. But
absolutely.
Yeah.
Jason's great.
But
we can all
one of my
do our
heroes.
Yeah.
It's just hard to hear that from one of your heroes, I guess.
And you're all Alabama guys too.
But got the Peterson dude, like that.
Oh,
that's
great.
Been the closest thing to being in tune that I've been able to get.
Right.
Especially with those Gibsons over there and the tree, I love my Gibbies, man, but they get out of tune pretty bad.
You need the tuner. That's great. Okay, now what's this mystery underwear thing?
Oh yeah, that's a Whitey Tighty, man.
Okay.
It's a compression pedal from JHS. I love, when we were on that tour with El King, man, Joey McClellan's one of my favorite guitar players in the world now, just because he can do so much with little. And I just was studying his board. Like, I took his picture of his board one time and it's just like, man, can I just look over it? And, compression was at the very front end. And I just noticed how all of his notes rung out so well.
Right.
And, you could hear everything happening. So I've always wondered about compression, and I tried it out, and it just made everything clean up a lot better.
Yeah.
And especially on slide, it makes everything, sound a little bit more balanced.
Oh, sure. And that sustain really helps.
Yeah, absolutely. So I love JHS, man.
So does that kind of stay on all the time?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. I've thought about turning it off and getting everything more equaled out, but I'm too chicken right now, and we haven't had time to mess around with anything. So I'm just kind of keeping it how it is. And and then I got the Brown Atom, which is the green side of the Protein. And I've just watched a lot of videos. This whole board's actually an upgrade of what a bigger board that I used to have that was much crappier looking.
This is clean business.
We signed a record deal, and I was like, I need a travel board. So then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna upgrade everything, and now it's just it's the rig now. So, but that thing sounds amazing. That's my like if I want to get dirty, This is actually my always on right here. It's the JHS Morning Glory. That thing stays on for everything, and I'll turn this on for just kind of keep it clean.
Okay, well, so which, the Morning Glory, is that a drive?
Yeah, drive pedal. And, I think it's a Klon circuit type deal. And just didn't feel like paying a lot of money for a good Klon or whatever.
Yeah.
But,
good for you.
Yeah.
Dodge that bullet.
Yeah, I watch all those shootouts and everything that Josh does on,
Yeah.
And he was just like, you can get all these cool tones, and I was like, cool. Let me just try this thing, and it's been nothing but good to me. I got it at Eastside Music Supply.
Oh, okay.
All in one day. So, Eastside Music Supply, thank you.
There we go.
But yeah, man, the EP Booster for just getting louder.
Yeah.
Just a little bit louder than, just to poke out a little bit. And
sure.
I've always wanted these Strymon El Capistan. It's a tap delay.
Yeah.
And so I can just kind of make it spacey or, make it weird. And it's got all these different tape age and flutter and all this crazy stuff that you really don't need, but you might as well use it.
So when you're playing, when you're in the heat of battle, do you tweak on your pedals at all, or just set and forget them?
Yeah, set and forget. Yeah. I mean, there might be at the end of the set, if I'm not hearing something, if we're playing Don't Care and I need to be a little bit more oomph, I might maybe turn a little bit of that drive up on the green. But I pretty much keep it how it is, man. Yeah. I'm pretty simple.
And final is the Flint.
Yeah. So I noticed I'd actually originally just bought a tremolo on the end of the circuit, but we went and played Railbird Fest, and the channel with the reverb side went out, and I have to have reverb because I'm a weird nerd, and it went out, and I was like, man, I can't stand this, so I made sure to get the Flint so that I could have reverb if I absolutely needed it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll just stack it on top of that just to get more kind of bigger, you know, make it sound huge and spacey and weird. But then the tremolo, I've been playing tremolo just because we have 3 guitar players in our band, just to try to separate a little bit and, you know, just make everything a little bit wavy and fun. But,
well, it really is that kind of Keith and Ronnie thing where they find their own part and, you know, weave and bob. And,
it's like Keith, Ronnie, and then Leonard Skinner. You know what I mean? Like, because Brandon's playing electric too, and I don't want to step on him because I've learned everything from them, like how to play lead and rhythm. So I'm just kind of doing whatever I can to be different. You know?
Yeah, that's it. Like finding your place. That's great, man.
Sonically, and you know, and in life, I guess. You know?
Right.
Don't know what I'm doing.
Right. Yeah. Okay, then let's look at what's on the floor here. Take me through the whole enchilada.
Gotcha. So you just Polytune 3, got a buffer in it. I don't really notice a difference. A lot of people say you need one, but you know, it's there just in case. And then this is a company called S. Ross Effects. It's down from Alabama. I think he's out of Chatham, Alabama. Oh. And so this is a clone of an Analog Man King of Tone. You know, like I think they're Blues Breaker pedals in series. And then, but you know, it has those dip switches inside where you can switch it from like clean boost to dirt. He just put those on the outside so you can switch them on the fly and all that.
Way better.
Yeah, it rocks.
Yeah, way better.
And so that's the right half of that is always on. And so that's just to add a little richness to the amp, you know, make harmonics pop and all that.
And those supers like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I can't turn it up to 8 every night.
Oh God, no.
I don't think I want to either. But and then the left half, that's just like kind of a slight bit of more drive, but mainly like a clean volume boost, pretty much. Yeah. For cleaner lead stuff, and that's like I call it the oh shit pedal. You know, like we're about to play a rock and roll solo, you know. So it's like that thing on. And then this, I rarely ever use it. I think I used it on Drowning in the studio to play slide. So I like jack the reverb up on the super, and then turn this on. It's got this big like hairy like roll the tone knob down like big like splatty kind of sound, and I played slide with it.
Oh, cool. And it's called the Super Hornet?
Yeah, so it's
I
think it's like a germanium fuzz that toggles on, and then you hold this button down, it brings in a high octave, so like an Octavia kind of Hendrix thing.
But you can take it on.
So it can be like it can be a momentary switch, or you can have it as a toggle.
Wow, that's clever.
Yeah, great pedal. I love that. Love anything from Greer.
Yeah. And the one before it, just because you didn't get a chance to mention, you mentioned it quickly, but it's the MXR modified OD.
Yeah, custom badass. It says.
Yeah, it is. It's
a great pedal.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah,
it's
totally
amazing.
under the radar, and you can still get them for pretty cheap. So, you know.
Until now.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, the word's out.
Yeah, go buy 3 of them.
Yeah. But, okay, Super Hornet into
Echo Flex. So that's it's another S. Ross Effects, same guy that made this one and that tremolo there.
Oh, cool.
But it's like a Echoplex, like a MXR like Echoplex pedal, but he built the EP preamp into it. So it's like if you turn all the delay settings off, it can be just a super nice like analog clean boost.
Right.
And so you can have it, I have it set, where it's just a little above unity gain. So when I hit it, it brings in all my delay and then also like boost the signal a little bit for, really super clean stuff. Yeah. Or if I want, I'll pair that with the other half of the Sun King, and then that'll just really, drive the amp naturally and, add, pretty delay on top of it and everything.
Yeah, beautiful.
Just a great pedal, super, super useful. Like,
oh yeah.
I could play a whole show with just, those two.
Yeah.
And then we go to the Keeley Dark Side, and dude, that's a powerhouse of a pedal. You can do so much with it. 3 beautiful fuzzes that I never touch because I'm not really a huge fuzz guy, but it's fun to play with at home. Yeah. And then the left side's got all kinds of delays, phasers, flangers, but I just use it for a basic phaser, like in the Devil in My Ear kind of stuff. It sounds great. I mean, I've tried it against the MXR, green flanger or the orange phasers and all that, and it's just the best, man.
Keeley stuff's amazing.
Yeah, it rocks. Yeah. I wish that I had more application for that pedal because it's so awesome, but
you got a lot. You got lots of records coming up, man. Yeah. Don't worry, you'll use them all.
I'll have to find a spot.
Yeah.
And then next, the dual Roebuck. It's got pop staples on there. And it's just
that's so cool.
Basic 2-speed tremolo. There's on and off, and then a fast and a slow speed you can set.
With pop staples,
man, got to.
Yeah, it's like he invented tremolo.
Yeah. And it's awesome. It's a little more consistent than these amps are. because you know that you start messing with the reverb and the tremolo on it, and you get volume changes, you lose a little headroom, all that business. I mean, those sound great, but like in a controlled studio thing. But for live, it's just a lot easier and more convenient, especially with fly dates and all that. I know a lot of these backline amps, the reverb's busted in them, the tremolo's busted in them, all that stuff. So I like to have one on the board.
Yeah.
And then, other than that, just a Hall of Fame. I use that on fly dates if the reverb doesn't work. But when we're doing our shows, we play a song called Heavy Heart. And in the end, there's this big, like, crescendo kind of thing where we're all kind of going nuts. And there's a reverb like a modulated reverb setting on this one that sounds so cool. When you hit it with like some drive, it's just like this big, like, warbly kind of thing. And that's what I use it for on our shows.
Cool. Yeah, that is so true about backline amps. You never
know what you're gonna get.
Yeah. It's like reverb doesn't work, treble doesn't work. Yeah. SIR. You know what it stands for?
No.
Sorry, I rented. I'm kidding.
Yeah. Shout out to Claire though. Everyone in their amps have been awesome.